At least at the collegiate level, Baker Mayfield's career is officially over, until the College Football Hall of Fame comes a-calling, of course. Way back in mid-January, the Allstate Sugar Bowl announced that Mayfield has been named as the winner of the 2017 Manning Award. The award, named in honor of the quarterbacking Mannings, Archie, Peyton and Eli, is the only one to take into account a quarterback's performance in the postseason. At an award ceremony in New Orleans Tuesday night, the former Oklahoma quarterback officially claimed the hardware at the Hilton Riverside Hotel. "Everybody's story is a little different," Archie Manning said by way of NOLA.com. "I think sometimes when somebody tells you you can't do something or tells you you're not good enough, that certainly motivates him." Mayfield, of course, was a two-time walk-on, first at Texas Tech and then at Oklahoma. His time as a three-year starter with the Sooners culminated with Mayfield being named the winner of the 2017 Heisman Trophy this past December. "It's been an unbelievable college career," said Mayfield according to CrescentCitySports.com. "I had a lot of great teammates and support around me. Walking out here is kind of the final mark on it." In April, Mayfield was selected by the Cleveland Browns with the first overall pick of the 2018 NFL Draft. At that point, he became the first ever former walk-on to be taken No. 1 overall. In filling out his Louisiana Monroe coaching staff, Matt Viter turned to an SEC program for his 10th assistant. Ulm confirmed this week that Viter has hired Bakari Juice as the Sun Belt Conference school's 10th on-field assistant. Specifically, Juice will coach the Warhawks safeties. Perry Carter was hired by Viter back in February as the team's defensive backs coach. Carter will now focus solely on cornerbacks. The addition of Juice will also allow defensive coordinator Mike Collins to focus solely on that role, instead coaching a positional group as he had last year. Juice, a native of Monroe, Louisiana, spent the past 4 years at Georgia, most recently as the football program's assistant director of player development. "We were really excited to give Bakari," Viter said by way of the Monroe News-Star. "His ties here locally will be huge for us, and we think his experience at Georgia will help our program tremendously." 6 years ago, Mike Yurcich made just over $50,000 a year as the offensive coordinator at Division II Shippensburg University in Pennsylvania. He's set to make significantly more than that every month. Oklahoma State approved a 33% raise for its offensive coordinator on Monday, bumping his salary from $600,000 to $800,000 a year. According to Mark Cooper of the Tulsa World, this makes him the highest-paid assistant coach in Pokes history, surpassing the $675,000 former defensive coordinator Glenn Spencer made last year. Overall, every Oklahoma State assistant earned an increase of at least $18,000 and change. New defensive coordinator Jim Knowles will be the second highest-paid assistant at $600,000, followed by defensive line coach Joe Bob Clements and offensive line coach Josh Henson, each earning bumps from $400,000 to $420,000. Running backs coach John Wozniak is the lowest-paid full-time assistant at $275,000 a year. Oklahoma State will pay Mike Gundy's assistants a total of $4.15 million in 2018, a $500,000 increase from a year ago. Yet another college football player has decided to leave the FBS for a lower level of the sport. The latest to do so is Andrew Brown, with the Chattanooga Times Free Press reporting that the defensive back has been added to Tennessee at Chattanooga's roster. Brown had opted to transfer from Florida International earlier this offseason. As Brown is going from the FBS to the FCS, he will be eligible to play for the Mocs immediately in 2018. He also comes to UTC as a graduate transfer, which would have given him immediate eligibility as well. Brown started 14 games the past 2 seasons, with 12 of those starts coming in 2017. The 5'9", 174-pound cornerback led the Panthers in forced fumbles with 3, while his 40 tackles were third among defensive backs on the team. Another Power 5 transfer has entered the quarterback fray at Florida Atlantic, although his on-field in-season availability will be delayed a year. According to reports from both footballaccess.com and the Palm Beach Post, Nick Tronti is expected to transfer to FAU in the coming weeks. The reported move comes nearly 2 months after Tronti took to Twitter to announce his decision to transfer from Indiana. It also came amidst the quarterback retweeting a couple of tweets connected to FAU football over the last few days. Tronti, if he ultimately ends up as part of Lane Kiffin's squad, will have to sit out the 2018 season. He would then have 3 years of eligibility that he can begin using starting with the 2019 season. Tronti was a 3-star 2017 signee who was rated as the No. 30 dual-threat quarterback in the country coming out of high school in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. He took a red shirt as a true freshman last season, but was named as the Hoosiers' Offensive Scout Team Player of the Year. Entering summer camp, Chris Robeson, Oklahoma transfer, and DeAndre Johnson, Florida State transfer via the JUCO ranks, will continue their spring practice battle to claim the starting job under center for the Owls in 2018.